Hi children, wishing you a good day. And in today's class, I am here to revise the question answers from the lesson Consumerist Culture, authored by Cherry and Alexander. Consumerist Culture, question answers. First let us see. Question number 1. The writer refers to the catchy phrase shop till you drop in an advertisement. What is the meaning intended by the advertisers? The meaning of this advertisement is that consumers should shop till they become tired, till they got tired or become tired, or either they run out of money. 2 points are there. Here only one is given, 2 points. One is either they run out of money or become tired. It's important. Next up. Why does the writer call this apt and ironic? The writer calls this apt and ironic because of the media-driven mania of mindless consumption that is the characteristic of the 21st century people. So people without a second thought, they consume the products. So why it happens so? Because it is because of the media, the advertisements. So without mindless consumption means without a second thought whether it is important, whether it is necessary or not, they consume everything. So this is the characteristics of the 21st century people. So here the answer is because of the media driven mania of mindless consumption, which is the characteristics of the 21st century people. Which word shows that the writer is condemning consumerism? Mania. The word mania shows that he is that the writer Cherry and Alexander is condemning consumerism. Question number 2. In the very first paragraph, the writer makes it clear, and there are two options. He supports shopping and shopping malls, and the second, he is very critical of them. So he criticizes the shopping malls and people shopping there. So he is very critical of them. Question number 3. The writer puts Pepsi, Coca-Cola and other artificial colored, flavored and sweetened water under absolutely unessential to human health and happiness. Do you agree with this? Yes, he condemns the sweetened and colored, artificially colored and flavored sweetened water. Artificially colored and flavored water does not have any nutritive value. It doesn't have any nutritious value, but rather than that, what does it? It has a dangerous effect on the digestive system and the bones. List any 5 such articles, gadgets, food items which your family has been using at home and which are not absolutely essential for your health and happiness. The tin food, junk food, burger, ice cream, bakery products. So like that many are there. Okay, which we use at home and which are not absolutely essential, which is not important for health and happiness. What is the success story of Pepsi and Coca-Cola? The success story of Pepsi and Coca-Cola, they are sold even in the remotest nook and corner of the world. So they are so famous. The sweetened, the artificially colored, flavored and sweetened water, they are so famous and are sold even in the remotest nook and corner of the world. Question number 5. The second paragraph ends with a seemingly never-ending list. What list is the writer talking about? So he tells about Pepsi, Coca-Cola and all, and the soft drinks, the sweetened, the flavored and colored sweetened water he talks about. And he doesn't stop with that. He gives a never-ending list. He tells about the like cigarettes, hamburgers, and fashion wear, cosmetics, like that. He gives examples of many which are of no nutritive value but in fact are harmful to the people. Next one. What phrase does the writer use in paragraph 3 refer to the advertisement? What is the phrase that he says? He says advertisements, he calls it as the machinery of persuasion. Machinery of persuasion means it just persuades people. It just forces people to buy the advertisement. By seeing the advertisement again and again, we are like forced to get those products, those stuff. So the writer calls the advertisements as the machinery of persuasion that has been set up in order to generate demand for this profession. So since we keep seeing watching all the ads, we are forced to buy those products. So it creates a demand for those consumables. What does an advertisement aim to do? The aim of an advertisement is to generate demand for a whole lot of consumables. So as I have told you, the aim of advertisement is to, like, it persuades us to, and so we buy those products. It creates a demand. It generates a demand for the whole lot of consumables. In the question number 7, in the writer's opinion, shopping has become dash. Complete the sentence. It has become more than a need. We just buy whatever we see there. Whether it is important, whether it is necessary or not for us, we don't think it. We just, so the ads, the advertisements are so forcible, and without our second thought, we just go buying all those products when we go to a shopping mall. So it is more than a need. Shopping has become nowadays more than a need. Question number 8. What thrills the present day Indian shoppers? The present day Indian shoppers have the access to the kind of choice that people in the West have enjoyed for a long time. So what thrills the present day Indian shoppers? The access to the kind of choice. When you go to the shopping mall, you can see a wide range of choice over there, and which the people in the West, they have been enjoying for a long time. Now we get all those in the shopping malls. So that thrills the present day Indian shoppers. What was the dream come true of the US returned Indian? So the US returned Indian was describing in admiration and wonder that in America they had 83 different flavors of ice cream to choose from. So an Indian, US returned Indian, he describes in wonder and admiration that in America they get 83 different flavors of ice cream, so they can choose from it. And he wanted the same thing to happen in India. His dream has come true as such consumables are available in India today. In the sentence, and they take to it like ducks to water, what do they refer to? They refers to the upper middle class people. And what does it refer to? It refers to the high consumption lifestyles of the West. So the upper middle class people, seeing the high lifestyle of the West, they also wanted to live such kind of hi-fi lifestyles. And what does ducks to water mean? The Indians, like their counterparts in the Western world, are leading high consumption lifestyle today. the transition has become smooth and natural. Transition means the process of changing from one state to another. So the Indians who wanted to lead such kind of a hi-fi lifestyle, now they are also living, they are also started, like leading a hi-fi lifestyle today. So the process, that change from one state to the other has been very smooth and very natural. How when the ducks see the water, when they see the water, how very naturally and smoothly they move towards the water. Likewise, the Indians who have been who had an urge to live such kind of a hi-fi lifestyle, what they live in the Western countries, when they get the opportunity here to live, so they just move on very smoothly and naturally to that kind of a life. Does the writer approve of the attitude of the Indian spoken of in paragraph 5? No, the writer does not approve of the attitude of the Indians as spoken in paragraph 5. What is the deep irony referred in paragraph 6? The deep irony is, while pockets of private prosperity are growing, there is an inexorable scarcity. Impoverishment means scarcity of the resources that belong to the public realm. Realm means property. So the irony is, the rich are becoming richer and richer and the poor people are in poverty. So, and here it is, the rich people are, their pockets are being filled and they are becoming richer. And what happens to the common man? There is impoverishment, when there is scarcity. What happens to the resources are dried up, and that which belongs even to the common man, it's a public property, water, everything, it is public, it is for all the human being. But one particular group, they are just growing up in their life and they are becoming richer and richer, and the common man, he is becoming poor. Substantiate your answer with any one example from the paragraph. Consumers might have a wide range of cars to choose from, but the roads are in a bad state. So the rich people, they have, so there I think some 2 or 3 examples are given. Here what is given is, consumers might have, so the rich people, they have the pockets are filled of private property, those people, rich people, they have a wide range of cars, sleek cars to choose from. But the road which belongs to the common man, which is the public property, that is in a very bad state. And one more, you can say, fashionable luxury resorts for the affluent are coming up. Affluent means richer. Nowadays you can see many luxury resorts coming up here and there, everywhere you can see. And here it is not that all the people can go, only the rich. They just spend their weekends. So it is affordable only for the rich people to go to the resorts and all. And the common man, we will go to the public parks and playgrounds and spend our time. So for the public park and the playground, very lung space means a small space is given there for public use, like parks and playgrounds. So that space is becoming smaller and smaller, whereas the luxury resorts are, it covers up a large area. Next question. What is the trend referred to in paragraph 6? The trend is to push even the most essential services into the private realm, so that some company or others can make a profit on them. So nowadays, at present, the trend is to push even the most essential, like transportation, healthcare, medical, and libraries, education. All these are very important ones. So that is given in the hands of the private concern. So because of that, what happens, which should be run by the government, it is given in the hands of the private, so that one particular group of people, they make profit of them. So that is today's trend, which should be run by the government, which should be taken care by the government. It is given, all those services are given in the hands, are handed over to the in the hands of the private concern. So that one particular group, they are making profit on them. What does the trend benefit? It benefits, what is the trend, who does the trend benefit? It benefits some company which make a profit on the essential services, and here it is a private concern, private people. The private concerns or the private realm make some company, they make profit on the essential services. What is the impact of the trend on the poor? So what happens to the poor people, below average people? They are being pushed into becoming consumers of increasingly expensive goods and utilities. So the poor people, we are pushed into, we become silent consumers, passive consumers of increasingly expensive goods and facilities. What are the advertisements and marketing professionals working hard at? Marketing professionals and advertisers, they are working hard that even people who live in the at the subsistence level, in below average level, or who are able to, not below average people, the people those are able to satisfy the basic needs. So even we are pushed, no, like the people those who live in remote rural areas, they are lured means they are attracted and entranced into becoming, so they are filled with happiness and they become passive consumers of everything, like Coca-Cola to shampoos. So the advertisements and marketing professionals, they are working hard to see that even people who live at the subsistence level in the remote rural areas are lured, and they become passive consumers of every product. How will it affect our villages? The villages will become, they will face commercial exploitation. First point, the villages will face commercial exploitation, and all they see is a vast rural market waiting to be opened up for commercial exploitation. And a day will come very soon when we can get a bottle of Coke easier than tender coconut or buttermilk in the villages. So the villages will be affected, where at one particular point, like a day will come very soon, we will be able to get Coke and all those soft drinks easier than tender coconut and buttermilk in the villages. What impact will it have on our environment? The increasing presence of plastic garbage, and the environment will be polluted. The increasing presence of plastic garbage in our rural areas is a clear warning signals, and the increasing presence of plastic garbage which will pollute the environment. What kind of vision do the enthusiasts of the free market economy have for India? The enthusiasts of free market economy are dreaming of a day when India will look like the United States. Here I think the printing is it's a printing mistake, not limited states, it's United States. When all of India will look like the United States. So what happens in United States? In United States, in a house, they have 2 cars in every garage, and they have the reassuring glow of McDonald's and Pepsi signs all along every highway. So they wanted this the same to happen in India also. Two cars in a garage, and the reassuring glow of McDonald's and Pepsi on the on all along every highway. Do you like India to become another US? Why? Why not? We know, because the final confirmation of reaching the promised land will come on the day the sheer tonnage of the garbage we throw out matches the level of the almighty dollar. So we do not want India to become another US by becoming a consumerist society. What negative impact will the free market economy have on our country? The free market economy will destroy the local communities, cooperatives, civil societies, etc. And this question is very important. What negative impact will the free market economy have on our country? It's very important. Why does the writer say that the model of development based on consumerism is suicidal? The price paid in ecological terms will make it the most suicidal enterprise the human race has ever embarked upon. Embarked upon means has ever undertaken or engaged. So, for the development of a country, the price what we are paying is in ecological terms. The surrounding, the environment is being polluted. So, it is like equal to a suicide where the human race has ever engaged and undertaken. What, according to the writer, is the only way to restore sanity? The only way to restore sanity is for local communities, cooperative civil societies, all those democratic governments, all those, they have given the power in the hands of the giant global business corporation. So they have to initiate and for their own development, and they have to take back the autonomy what they have given in the hands of the giant global business corporation. Next one. As one of the remedies to the mess we have created, the writer suggests a reawakening. What does he want to reawaken? So the writer here, he wants to reawaken the numerous enabling spiritualities and the wisdom tradition to of the various people of the world. So everyone, we have a wisdom traditions and the spiritualities. He wanted that to be reawakened. Go back to the advertiser's catchy phrase, shop till you drop, in the first paragraph. What was the intended meaning of the advertisers? So in the first paragraph, what did we see? The advertisers' actual mean of shop till you drop is they should shop, people should shop until they get tired or exhausted or they run out of money. And how does the writer interpret its meaning in the last paragraph? Here the last paragraph, the writer says that one should not keep acquiring things for the sake of acquiring things. People should know when to put a full stop or when to say enough to materialism. So I think you can better go with the answer what is given in the guide. How does the writer interpret its meaning? So he says that one should not keep acquiring things merely for the sake of acquiring. For the sake of buying, we should not keep buying things which is not necessary also. And we should know to put full stop and say enough to materialism. Now explain why the writer calls this Apton ironic. The writer says this never-ending shopping will buy only superfluous things that destroy one's soul. So the never-ending list, if you keep shopping never-ending, then at one point you will keep buying which is not necessary, unnecessary things, and it will destroy the soul. So, and for both we purchase things for both your need and greed, loading things which do not have value, and which is the culture, no, like Western materialistic culture. It is ironic because we are spoiling our ecological system, culture, tradition with a blind acting of the West. Do you like this article? Why? Why not? Yes, this article is indeed an eye opener to the way we are going. We should remember Mahatma Gandhi saying that earth has everything for every man's need but not enough for every man's greed. And we have a desire to lead a life like the Western world. We should not kill our Indianness, be it in culture, way of life, or even in commodities. And here you have match the following. You can just go through all this. Close study. It is to actualize this vision that millions of our youth are rushing to get their MBA degrees. Go through all this. First one, second one, it is not a wise thing to hand over to businessmen the task of ruling the world as we have just done today. And here you have the grammar part, what I have given for homework, and you can see the answers given here. Check with the answers what you have written in your reader. And here you can see the antonyms. See, fill in the blanks with the opposites, the antonyms of the words given in the bracket. So you can just check with the answers what you have written in your reader. If any mistakes there, you can correct it. Sentences are given so that you will understand the meaning of it clearly. Idioms are given there. I think you understood everything. Go through the video carefully. Thank you.